Okay. What's up, everyone? Today I wanted to talk about getting motivated and staying motivated. And to talk about this, that's what I want it to be, is just us talking about it. I want you to let me know in the comments what motivates you, what keeps you motivated, especially on those days where you just feel down, where you just have no desire to go out and do anything. What have you done that motivates you to change your mindset, to give you that energy, that physical and mental capacity to push yourself and go out and accomplish your goals, accomplish your dreams? I want to talk about this because I'm a pro at not being motivated. And what I mean by that is I constantly have to motivate myself. And it's not because I don't like what I do. It's not because I don't like doing parkour. I don't like filming YouTube videos. My inherent personality is to be lazy. My whole life, it's always been hard to motivate myself to do things, to push myself, to work hard. To do those things, I sometimes have to force myself and push myself. And obviously, things being more fun, things that I'm passionate about and enjoy, are easier to be motivated for. They're things that, connect with you, and so it's easy to just go, I want to do that, so I'm going to go do that. But even with those things, there's those days where you just are feeling down. Maybe the weather's crappy, maybe it could be anything, and you don't have any motivation. You just want to lay in bed all day and just sleep or do whatever you do. So, so I want to talk about that, because I don't have all the answers. I feel like the things people do to motivate themselves are going to vary widely. There's a million answers out there. You can find motivational videos all over the place on the internet. And that's awesome. For a lot of people, those will help motivate them. And other people, you come across a motivational video and you're like, yes, that was motivational. And then you turn the video off and you don't feel motivated. And it's like, why is that? You felt motivated, inspired watching a video, but then once the video's off, you just go back to, oh, I'm just going to check Facebook. I'm just going to watch YouTube videos, do my thing. And I don't blame the video. I'm not blaming ourselves, but it's like sometimes it's more than just an external force motivating us. I feel like oftentimes it has to come from within, and so you have to kind of find it. You have to search for it. It's not just, going to pop up and go, wow, that motivates me, I'm gonna go do it. I feel like it's something that is inside of us. We just have to discover it mentally, looking within ourselves, and sometimes that's hard to do. Sometimes we are perfectly comfortable living in the external, living outside of our inner thoughts, inner desires, and that's why we see so many people in the world just stuck on our phones, stuck on just constantly being external. And I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm not saying that's evil. I do it myself. So again, like talking about all of this, I don't want anyone to feel like I'm judging them if they do any of the things I'm talking about, because any of the things I talk about, I probably do them myself to an extent. And so that's how I like to relate to people, is just, we all have weaknesses, we all have strengths, but how can we work together, talk together, using our own, inner battles, our own inner accomplishments to inspire each other, to learn from each other, etc. So with all that in mind, the answer to being motivated is the weather has to be perfect. You have to have woken up with a really good night's sleep. You had to have a really awesome breakfast. And then you just need to feel good about it and go out. And you need to have the universe align, and then you can go out and be motivated. Well, if only every day was like that, then we could probably be motivated every day. But every day is different, and I'm one of those people who, when it's a really good, perfect day, I feel motivated. But that's easy. It's like the universe was aligning for me to do something awesome that day. What about the days where it's more difficult, where the weather's bad, it's snowing, it's raining, it's you have a slight injury, or you just feel depressed, you just don't want to go out? Like, on those days, how do you get motivated? Because if you can find the motivation on those days, that's what is motivating. It's not motivating to see these successful people who have been hardworking their whole lives and I'm not, well, it is motivating. I don't want to say it's not, but it's almost hard to relate to, because you see this external, like, wow, they've been hardworking, focused, motivated their whole lives and accomplished these great things. Yes, it's inspiring, but it's hard to find inner motivation from that, because we don't feel like we're in the same zone. We don't feel like we have that constant source of motivation and hard work. And if you're one of those people who do have that, that's awesome. I commend you. Keep at it, because not all of us have that ability to just stay constantly focused, constantly hardworking. You know, it's a practice, it's an art, and some people are naturally gifted at it, like some people are naturally gifted at other things. You know, we all have different strengths and weaknesses, like I mentioned earlier. And so going back to, you know, seeing those things, it's like, yeah, for me, finding true motivation is finding just a little bit of motivation on the hard days. And I don't expect a lot. Like, for me, on those days, I try not to set my expectations high, because when I set high expectations, that's when I feel like I'm going to fail and be less motivated because of it, because it's like, oh man, I didn't do what I set out to do, and now it makes you have a lower self-esteem. And so what I find I try to do is that I try to just, on days like that, I try to find things, even if they're just little things that I know I can do. It's like, well, sometimes it's like, I could do that, but what's the point of it? It's just simple, it's easy, and I don't feel like doing it. It's those things that you know you could do. Just get up and do a simple thing that will add to your psychological energy for that day. At least for me. And even then, sometimes I don't even do those. But when I do those, I can feel it kind of adds up. It gives me more drive. And sometimes at the end of the day, it was a hard day, super hard to motivate myself. I managed to accomplish a couple things, but if I managed to just do a little bit of something that day, I found it's always easier the next day. It's the days that I absolutely don't do anything, or I feel like I didn't accomplish anything that day. It's those days, and then the following days where I carry that same mind frame. It's still like another day, and I'm ready to just not be motivated. And it's almost like enough of those days suddenly builds up, and I burst, and it's like I have a drive of motivation because I haven't done anything for so long. So it can either happen that way, where it builds up, and then boom, you go and do something because you realize that you're in a state of just, you know, wanting to change, do better. Other times, it's being able to progress from basic steps on the first day. Just like doing parkour, learning basic parkour moves and progressing from there. That's what I've found. It helps to, you know, do small things and to progress from there each day, and then each day it gets easier and easier, because then you're doing small things to create habits, small things that reward yourself, that make you feel more motivated to do the next thing. So just as an example, 3 weeks ago, it warmed up. It was amazing. I felt so motivated because the universe was aligned for me to go out and train and do awesome stuff. And then it got cold again, and then it started raining, and so then my motivation plummeted. But I had to figure out, like, why does that happen? Why can't I just motivate myself to keep training? Because it's things I have to do, and I still enjoy doing it. It's just harder to do it on the days that it's not as fun because the weather's bad or cold or whatever. So then it's like, so how do I motivate myself during those times? And so what I did is I just picked simple things that I could start doing that maybe I wouldn't have thought of doing before. And to give you an example, so last week I started doing gaming videos. I know that's not parkour related, but it's something I thought about doing for a long time. It was like, you know, that's something that, you know, I enjoy playing video games on the side for leisure, and doing a gaming video, that's going to take a little bit more effort, and I don't know if I have that. But because it's raining outside, like, I have no excuse not to. Why not just make a gaming video and just do it, you know, and just see what happens. And so every day I filmed a gaming video, And every day I did that, I also filmed a vlog. And I don't typically do daily vlogs consistently, but I feel like just doing that small thing, something that I wanted to do, but wasn't sure if I had the motivation to do it, also helped me do another daily task. And then that led to me doing more that week, and I feel like last week I had a super productive week. I put out probably 14 or 15 videos last week from all my channels. My gaming channel, my vlogging channel, and my main channel, Ronnie Street Stunts. So about 15 videos. That's the most I've ever done in 1 week. And I was feeling pretty accomplished because it just feels good to feel motivated doing the things you're doing, especially when it doesn't just feel like work. Because I'll admit, in the past when I'm trying to make videos, sometimes it just feels like work. It's like, yeah, I gotta make this video, so better go out and film this thing. It's not always like that, and I still enjoy it way more than if I had a desk job or any other sort of job. Sometimes I just have to bring that perspective back in. But at the same time, there's still those times where it just, it feels like I'm going to work. But last week, as I motivated myself to do those things, it didn't feel like work at all. It felt like I was doing my passion, that I was motivated and I was enjoying what I was doing. And normally when I do that much video content, which I've never done that much before, I get burnt out after just a couple days, and I just mentally don't have the capacity to talk in front of a camera. It just takes too much mental effort to to form words that will coherently make sense to my audience. And so but last week, because I was able to kind of change my perspective, have a different outlook, I was able to be motivated, stay motivated, and feel good about it. And I just felt accomplished at the end of the week. And so then it's like suddenly I didn't need motivation to do those things because I was in the habit of doing them, and I was enjoying myself doing them. It became my passion, my desire, my what I wanted to do, what was bringing me joy and happiness. So that's just my little small sliver of motivational wisdom, I guess, that I've experienced recently that I wanted to talk about, because I'm sure a lot of you out there go through the same thing. Maybe you don't, and I'm just the kid who just struggles, and but I doubt it. I'm sure there's a lot of you who can relate. And if you don't, that's cool. That means you're awesome. You're always hardworking. You're always doing amazing things. And keep it up, because we look up to you to always keep us, other people who aren't always motivated, to be motivated by all of you successful people. So, no, I think it's awesome. So, yeah, keep it up. Keep up the motivation. I want to hear your thoughts on what gets you motivated on those days that you want to go train parkour or film a video, or it doesn't have to relate to anything that I do or we do. Just maybe there's something else you want to pursue or goals you have. What motivates you to pursue those? Because there's so many different motivations out there. We can all motivate each other and all share different ideas and just create this world of motivated people, and then some leisure, lazy people on the side who then also get motivated again, and then it's like a roller coaster. Yeah, anyways, having talked about this, I just wanted to talk about it because for me, it's personal. Not personal as in private, personal as in this is personal experiences for me that I wanted to relate and see how many of you out there can relate, so that we can talk. So let me know, and I'll join you in the comments so that we can just have motivational discussions talking about the beautiful world of life and success and motivation and doing the best that we can do, because this is the way is. So, anyways, thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll talk to you in the comments.